Well, thank you guys for waiting so patiently. And I guess we got some great news tonight. I don't have to retire. So I'm still here. You know, it was a magical night for one. You know, back in Brooklyn for the second time. What a great place to be with an electrifying crowd again to support and love. You know, being from Alabama and coming all the way over here to Brooklyn, New York, man, to seeing the love just like back home, man, it really touches my heart. You know, and I'm always filled with joy to come here each and every time to perform for you guys. And it was a magical night tonight, you know. And again, I said history. It's not a man that have fought me that I haven't knocked out. So,
Facts.
I'm just ready to prove that I am the best, you know. That's all I want. You know, of course, stiverne for some wasn't the best. You know, some already predicted it. I said I was gonna knock them out, and I did that. And now, you know, over and over again, I keep sending messages out to the heavyweight division that I am the man to beat. I am the most feared. I do hit the hardest. You know, I am who I say I am. I don't say things just to say it because of people have cameras in my face or people have, you know what I'm trying to say. I just want to prove that I am the best. I want to know for myself. You know, I say it, I believe it, and I'm receiving it. Now, I want to prove it to the world. So hopefully these heavyweights in the division see what I've done and don't get too frightened. Hope they want to feel the same way. I want to unify the division. The heavyweight division is too small to have so many champions, 3 and 4. I mean, well, 3. You know, it should be one champion, one face, one name. His name's Deontay Wilder. Any questions, guys?
Deontay, good evening. Gareth Davis from the Telegraph from TalkSport. We've enjoyed you being over in the UK before. There's not many people here from the UK, and obviously we saw Anthony Joshua perhaps labour against Carlos Takam a bit last week. Can you give a message to the UK, to Anthony Joshua, about how you feel tonight after this and what we really ought to be seeing in the heavyweight division?
Well, to Joshua, you know, y'all have seen me many times up on podiums, y'all have seen me on social media. You know, there's only so much I can say. I want to unify. Is he up for the challenge? Like I said, I declare war. You know, this is not a battle, this is war because I want all the belts. You know, and I'm not looking for when I beat him, I'm not looking for the second time around because it's going to be so bad and so brutal that the first time is going to be enough. It's going to be like no mas.
Is there a danger you can scared him off tonight, though?
I'm scaring heavyweights each and every time, don't you see it? You know, I am the most feared. And if I'm not, then I want somebody to shut me up. I want somebody to prove that to me. I want to be proven wrong. But for right now, I don't feel like nobody's going to prove me wrong. Who has the guts? He can run for so long, for so far. You know, and I hate this, you know, say this, but it seemed like this has turned into a Riddick Bowe and a Lennox Lewis effect. And if so, then you need to go and throw those belts in the trash can because I ain't.
Deontay, you talk a lot about envisioning, and I was wondering if this is exactly the kind of dominating win you expected. 3 knockdowns, he couldn't get up, he's falling down on his face. And also, do you think that Joshua was looking at this and says, yeah, I want to fight that guy?
Well, I knew I was going to knock stiverne out, you know. I kept saying, when you fight a guy the first time, it's a learning experience. The second time is a learning experience as well, but the difference is you already know that person a little bit more than the second time, than the first time. And I knew everything about stiverne. We had 9 different guys come in. I had 9 different great looks, you know. Some would say my sparring partner was even tougher, but, you know, the only thing that was different between the sparring partner and this is that I think I went more rounds in sparring this time. No disrespect, you know, because you must respect fighters in the ring I tell people all the time, you know, I don't even like the term bombs. Everybody want to say bombs until you get up in there and you be the one that been dropped and become the bomb. You know, and we must respect fighters because they risk their life, and it's nothing to play around with. Especially with the mentality that I have as a champion, as a person. I have to be so hungry, I have to be so mean. You know, when a lion is hungry, they say it feel like it have been starving for a year, so when they see its prey, it's ready to eat everything, and that's how I feel like when I'm in the ring, like a lion, like a king that I am.
Snacks.
So, the second question then?
Do you think he's looking at this performance and says, yeah, I want to fight you?
Come on. Of course not. You know, if so, then he would have been accepted my offer. He would have been eager to fight me a long time ago. It seems like nowadays his promoter doing more of the talking than him. He's not even confident as a champion. You know, he want to put himself in a better position to beat me, but the thing about it is no better position to beat me. You know, that don't exist because I'm a hungry champion. I'm going to be around for a very long time. I'm on a mission. And when you're on a mission, you're not going to stop until you complete and accomplish the mission. So Joshua, you can run as fast as you can. I will catch you.
Okay, Joshua, I've been covering boxing for 20 years. I've never seen a fighter knock out another fighter as the fighter was in a perfect defensive position and you still knocked him out. How are you able to do that?
As I said, I got Alabama country power. I mean, my power is real, you know. Nowadays, it ain't no need of me getting on the scale no more, you know. I'm always low when it comes to weight-wise and stuff like that, but we don't even really think about it no more, you know what I mean? The weight is gonna be what it is. You know, like I said, I always tell the story that my grandma always said I was anointed by God. You know, I always say that she wouldn't even let my parents do me. She would get very upset if they did. You know, she would tell me, he's the one that's gonna bring y'all up. He's the chosen one. Instead of disciplining me, she used to teach me. She used to talk to me. You know, she used to tell me things, you know. I was a favorite as well, too. So, you know, I definitely feel like I am the chosen one. I'm meant to do something great in this world. And I think boxing is just a platform that's going to allow me to really get to where I really want to go and what really God got for me.
Deontay, Chris Connor, last call. Congratulations again. We talked about last time we were here working with you. Felt like this card was cursed. You went from Luis Ortiz to stiverne. You have to share the spotlight here with the UFC. Anthony Joshua doesn't want to fight you. How much of this fight for you is just getting all that anger out, all the anger of being ducked, overlooked, people saying that you start this by getting guys to falsely test positive? How much of this was just taking all your anger out on the stiverne?
I think it was all 100% of that. Every bit of what you said. You know, it was everything in one big snowball. You know, it was just a snowball building up, and especially when the Ortiz situation came about, man. You know, I really broke down. I don't know. It was crazy. It took me back to my younger days when I was young and. I used to huff and puff, and when I cried, you knew, so you better get out the way because he was going to be a Tasmanian devil. And when Shelly called me, I was like, Shelly, you know, when Shelly calls me, I know when something's wrong and I know when something's going right by his voice. I could detect in his voice. And when Shelly called me, Deontay, I said, Shelly, get straight to the point. Ortiz failed the drug test, and when he did that, you know, it's just my heart dropped to my stomach, and you know, I bust out with tears. You know, it was tears of anger because I want to prove myself so bad. Like I never wanted to prove myself so bad. Now, not to me, but to the world. You know, because so many people blame me for so many different things that don't have nothing to do with me. You know, I try to fight the best. I've called out the best. The best haven't accepted my challenge. The best always take an easier route, you know, and that's the facts of Deontay Wilder. This is nothing that I'm making up. This is nothing that I just all of a sudden just imagining. This is real life for me, you know, and I just want to prove myself. You know, I said it before in Showtime. It's almost as if like you want to do something so bad, like if you constipated, like you just, you know. I want to prove myself, and I know after this that the heat is going to be on the other champions. You know, definitely Joshua, because that's who people want to see, and that's what I want as well too. So after this fight, you know, the pressure is definitely going to be on. You know, I think I've won a lot of fans, not only Americans, but UK fans and people all around the world. So that's the mega fight, and that's the one I want, and we will get it. I don't say hope. I'm not going to say if. I'm going to speak it. I believe it. I'm going to receive it.
Hey Deontay, congratulations. We talk a lot about Anthony Joshua, and I know you want that fight, but since it doesn't appear as though that will be the next fight for you, or the next fight for him, frankly, you know, you're going to have other fights between now and then. What kind of fight could you have that's not Joshua that would at least interest you or excite you? Or who else is out there that you could be interested to fight?
Well, we got a lot of guys in the heavyweight division. Of course, you've heard them run their mouth many a times. And we got a lot of up-and-coming guys as well, too. And, you know, we just seen one of the guys that I got history with, and it's not a positive history. That's in Brazil. So that could be a potential one next as well, too, while we wait, you know, for the so-called best heavyweight champion in the world. So, you know, we have options. We definitely have options. I don't want people to think that we don't have options, that I need a certain type of person, which I don't. You know, we have a lot of great heavyweights here, and we're going to keep American boxing alive, especially the heavyweight division. It have heated up, and it's just continue to flame and become even more heated as time goes by. So, you know, so we're just gonna sit back, we're gonna see what's going on, we're gonna go to Joshua them people, we're gonna see what's up, see can they not wait and make a date? If not, then we move on.
Hey Deontay, Andy Emilio, ES News, congrats, big statement win. Kind of drawing a parallel here. I saw you pound your chest and then you were standing over him. It kind of reminded me of the fight you had with Charlie Z when you kept telling him, get up, like you just wanted to hurt him. Can you just like elaborate a little more on the emotions that were in the ring when Stiverne was knocked out and you wanted to fight him more? I've only seen you do that twice.
Yeah, you know, I was in my element. You know, I felt so great in the dressing room. You know, I was telling